that happened in the first thing happened in this Kartik month is the Gopi Geet, and that happened during this Sharad Purnima day. So it so happened that autumn in Vrindavan, I think autumn around the world is very beautiful, but in Vrindavan it's all the more beautiful because the lakes are full of water and lotus flowers, and the streams from the hills flowing around, and the birds are chirping, and the trees are full of flowers and fragrance, and the climate is just perfect. Even now when we go to Vrindavan during Kartik, it is so nice, because if you go like December, Jan, it becomes very cold, freezing, and if you go before that, it's a little hot and humid, but the month of Kartik is just pleasant. So it so happened that it's autumn and it's full moon night, and Krishna is in a happy mood and he's remembering the gopis. So he's inside the dense deep forest and he's playing his flute, and when he's playing his flute, the gopis who are there at their respective homes immediately hear Krishna's Venu Geet, and they want to come and see Krishna. So they are so eager, they're just trying their best to finish up their household chores and run to Krishna. But Krishna is playing it so sweetly. See, usually Krishna's flute also had different tunes. When he plays a particular rhythm, it is for calling a particular people. Sometimes he plays a particular rhythm to call the Gopabalakas, the cowherd boyfriends, and sometimes he plays a particular rhythm to call the cows, and sometimes he has a special rhythm for calling Radharani, and sometimes he has a special rhythm for calling the gopis. So now the gopis and Radharani, they can understand that Krishna is calling us, just like we have different caller tunes, ringtones for different people. So they know Krishna is calling. So if you read the Canto 10, chapter 29, there is a very beautiful description of what is happening in the gopis' heart. Some of them are dressing very quickly because they want to meet Krishna. So in that eagerness and in that trance, because they are hearing Krishna's Venu Geet, whatever is supposed to be put, the cosmetic inside the eyes, which is black in color, the kajal, they end up putting it on the lips. And what is supposed to be put on the lips, they put it on the cheeks. They are the mothers who are feeding the young babies, newly born babies, they just leave them aside. The ladies who are cooking for the husband, they just leave everything aside. Wherever is supposed to be put salt, they put sugar instead, and whatever is has to be done with sugar, they put salt instead. They're supposed to serve food to their husbands. Some gopis are cleaning the house. They're all in different situation. And Sukadev Goswami, he explains it so beautifully. He says the ladies who wear the upper garments, they wear it below, and the lower garments, they wear it up. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know the way they're combing their hairs. They're in complete trance. And they run in the middle of the night. Now they are in the forest when they hear the Venu Geet. And now Krishna stops playing his flute when he sees all the gopis have arrived. And then he gives them a look like, why are you all here? What brings you here in the middle of the night? And the gopis are like, well, you called us. And Krishna says, I don't think so. I'm just playing for myself. I don't know why you have arrived. However, respected ladies, the ladies from respected house don't come like this in the middle of the night to meet a boy like me. It doesn't suit your character. This is not correct what you are doing. But then the gopis are like, but Krishna, we came to see you. And Krishna is like, okay, so you have seen me, right? So now you can go back. And then the gopis start crying because they left their relatives and families and friends and everybody just for Krishna. And now Krishna is completely rejecting them. See, that is why you see even in the Gopi Geet, which comes in chapter 31, sloka number 16, the gopis mention this. They say, Pati sutanvaya bhatrubandhavan ativalangyate achyutagata gatividostavo gita mohita kitavayoshita kastyaje nishi. So the gopis are asking, how can you do that? We just left everybody just for you. And then, of course, I won't go into this because this is not a Gopi Geet class. So then finally Krishna says, all right, so now that's about it. Now let's have Rasa Leela. Let's dance together. It's such a beautiful climate. So then they end up dancing. And then in the middle of the dance, Krishna takes Radharani and just leaves. And then after some time, he even abandons Radharani and just leaves. And then these gopis are searching for Krishna. And then they end up finding Radharani, and she's also crying. And then all of them together are searching for Krishna in the deep, dense forest. But they aren't able to find him anywhere. So they all decide to come back to the bank of Yamuna. And there they sing this Gopi Geet, crying in separation of Krishna, where they are saying, Krishna, you are a cheater. We pati sutanvaya bhatru bandhava, and we left everybody for you, and in the middle of the night you abandon us and go away. You are heartless. So while all this is going on, after this 19 verses the gopis recite, Krishna does appear, finally, and then the gopis become so happy to see him. So this particular pastime happens in the month of Kartik, the Gopi Geet recitation. That is why all of us in the month of Kartik, every day we recite the Gopi Geet.
Sab Krishna, Krishna, Krishna lage. Sab Krishna, Krishna, Krishna lage. Sab Krishna